All right, so finally, now that we have the the template-based views established and we have our pages being served through that, we're going to create a base file that contains all the information about the styling, including a header that will be subsequently applied to all of our pages. And along the way, we'll create a new file, and we're going to see a little bit of the template logic applied within these files. It will look something like this. So to start, we'll create a new file in our templates folder called base. So I'm going to save this as base HTML. And I'm going to put a header in here, and in that header I'll put reference to my home page. So this is the first place that we see some of that logic happening. So the curly braces percent URL home is saying go look at my URLs and show me the home page. That's how the reference to this is determined. That's, again, using the Django logic. And we will just have the text of home here. Close that tag, and we can create another one that is about. So we'll say href equals, and a similar logic. This is going to be our about page, so a URL to about. And again, these are the names of the pages. That's what I named these things, so that's why it's important to use the appropriate name there. And this will just say about, close that tag, and we can close the header. After this, we're going to, again, put some Django logic in here for the content of the pages. So it will be block content and end block. And we're going to wrap the content on subsequent pages in these tags. So end block, and let's save that. And now, if we go into our home and about files, what we're going to say is, so for this home page, I have this content, but I want it to extend the styling that I've put in my base HTML file. So at the beginning of this file, I'm going to type extends the base.html file. And I'm going to wrap my content in those content blocks. So this will be my block content, and I'm going to wrap the content of the page in this and say end block. Now, and do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing on my about page. So make sure to save that. Go to my about page. I'm going to add the extension and wrap this in the content tags. So first, extends base HTML, and this is block content, and I will end this content. Save that. If I relaunch my server, which I already have running, hopefully I have now this. I made a. You see, so I was careful. Both of these. This is telling me that there's no href to a thing named home, because I didn't name it lowercase home. I named both of these uppercases. So I need to go. So this thing is called home. and this one is called about. Let's see if that resolves things. Yeah. Again, what happened there was I was referring to the homepage, but it's got to be explicit about the same where I named it. Like these are the connections within my URL. The name here is what's being extended in that Django logic. So because that was capital H and capital A, it was giving me a problem. I need these URLs to map to that exactly. But now in my page, you see that I have a header, and it has links to both my home and about page. So I can go back and forth through these references. The next thing that we want to do is we're going to see a generic kind of styling framework applied through our base HTML file called Bootstrap. And we'll do that quickly next.